By that, you broke
back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
All around is watching us, the Mexicans, and I feel proud about represent Mexico. Viva Mexico, cabrones!
Welcome to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Spartans! What is your profession?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
It's time!
New Day with SSJ is presented by Walker Medical Linen Services, locally owned and operated, HLAC certified to the highest standards. Walker has partnerships with hospitals, surgery centers, and medical clinics in and around the metro area. Walker Medical Linen Services in Kansas City and online at walkermls.com.
Chiefs.
From the two. Fresh set of downs for the Chiefs if they need any help. They give us to Rashee Rice into the end zone. Touchdown. Rashee Rice, his first game in 385 days. The Chiefs have played 22 games over that time, and Rice has been watching for a variety of reasons. Second and goal from the 8. Here's Mahomes. Raiders bring pressure late. It's too late. It is caught. Touchdown, Hollywood Brown. Beautiful ball delivered by Mahomes to Hollywood. So far, Brown and Rice have touchdown catches, and the Chiefs appear to be on their way. First and goal from the 3. Mahomes, quick throw out to the left. It's caught. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. Second completion of the day. Mahomes to Rice into the end zone. Third touchdown pass for Patrick. The Chiefs are rolling. Here's give to Pacheco. Into the end zone for the touchdown. There is a flag down in the end zone. And we'll check it.
Too many men on the field. Defense, number 43 was the 12th man. Penalties declined. Roll the play is a touchdown.
Wow, I mean, there are penalties and there are penalties. The fireworks go off here at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Harrison Butker to attempt the extra point. And that, like everything else here in Kansas City, is good. I think Pete Carroll at 74 years old came back for this. Kenny Pickett in at quarterback for the Raiders now. And a turnover. Welcome to the game, Kenny Pickett. Ball comes out. The Chiefs able to recover.
I don't even know what to say right now, Steve. It's just, I mean, it's amazing how spectacularly inefficient this offense has been for the Raiders.
And that'll do it. In a matchup, the second oldest matchup among two head coaches combined, Pete Carroll and Andy Reid. They will exchange pleasantries and respect. 31-0 is your final score.
Anytime you can have a win like that, fourth quarter like that, where you can run the ball every snap, and at this level it's a good thing. I appreciate the energy the most by it. Just so the guys, their whole frame of mind was solid. Now we got a good team coming in again this week, so we got to make sure that we're solid there.
I mean, I think there's been points kind of throughout these last few years, but I think this is probably the most consistent that we've seen, that we've been able to play and kind of stack games together. And obviously our record's still not where we want it to be, but you can see from offense, defense, we've had bright moments in this season, and now it seems like we're coming together as a team And that's what you want to do is be a team as the season goes on and keep getting better. And we're still early. We got everything out in front of us. How can we be better this next week going up against a good football team?
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's a Victory Monday, October 20th, 2025. Stephen St. John and Todd Leabo with Jake Gutierrez and Deebs. I just saw you yesterday.
I just saw you yesterday. But it was so long ago. This
Feels
noon
like a
game.
lifetime ago.
Sometimes we see each other on a Sunday night game, and then just mere hours later, here we are. That was joyous yesterday. That was the fastest game I think I've ever covered that I can recall.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
And Jake, when you used to cover the CBS games, working for CBS, and they would like them to be fast so the guys could get to the airport.
Nice and quick. Yep.
Get to the airport, and the people were gone.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was joyous.
That was the best part. Get out. We got to get out.
We're sitting up there
flights.
in the third quarter, and Steven said, these all need to go home and have a supper.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
They did.
Go on now, get.
Go on.
Go have supper with them damn kids.
And they did. The Chiefs ate the Raiders up for supper.
Oof.
Could have been way worse. Andy was so nice into the third and fourth
He has
quarter.
a tremendous amount of respect for Pete Carroll.
Yeah. And he wanted to get it over with. And they kind of started, they had an extra day this week because they're playing Monday Night Football. They got an extra half a day.
The Chiefs humiliate the Raiders 31-0 at Arrowhead Stadium. And let me tell you something. That last, because again, I had a long weekend. I emceed a wonderful event on Friday night, and for the first time as the MC while I was giving hand signals to Susan St. John, came away with a live auction item.
Bidding.
Yeah.
She did your bidding.
Well, she did someone's bidding, not mine. I knew what I wanted.
You were giving
what
direction.
I want is what I want. I've been tasked with the goal of getting Tate McRae tickets, and that ain't easy, buddy.
No,
I've learned. And they had an auction item for 4 sweet tickets for Tate McRae.
Yeah. See?
And guess what?
2 birds with one stone.
And guess what?
Give to charity.
Now, all of a sudden, Daddy's a good guy.
Yeah. Now you have to go to Tate McRae.
Well, I don't have to, but I'm gonna.
Maybe Uncle Jake would want to go.
I don't think he wants it.
Yeah, I don't.
No?
No.
But I'm thoroughly looking
Cousin
forward to
Deebs
it. Right.
want to go to Tate McRae?
Oh, we got a full house. We're ready to roll that
I
night.
thought you were told that you couldn't go. You just needed to secure the ticket.
Yeah, he's got too many tickets.
Right.
He's got to go.
Well,
Things changed.
When Dad wins a live auction to get 4 sweet tickets, guess what? Dad goes.
Dad's gonna go.
So
that was Friday.
That was Friday, and then we had a big wedding that I turned into a Mizzou Auburn watch party.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Bogart has some video that you might want to see
of you
of my
living and
celebration.
dying. I've seen you do this before.
Yeah. Well, I turned a chair into a boat, and I paddled across the floor after they won. And so then yesterday, after the game.
What'd you do after the wedding, though? You still went and watched Richie play.
I watched Richie play out here. We had a full night. And
then you had a noon game.
Right. And by the way, kudos to the Chiefs for putting out
Breakfast. Eggs
Oh, eggs and potatoes and sausage and tortillas. They had corn tortillas.
Nobody threw the tortillas.
Oh, no, I threw them right into my mouth. That was wonderful.
You still got a little
give him
tired.
some kudos for being able to do that.
But, and so obviously, we watched the game, a joyous locker room. I do my interviews. I send my interviews back to the post-game show, and I am on the road heading back to my house by 3:30. Unthinkable.
Wild.
Just fantastic, if not for a wreck that was
Not yours.
Not mine, but there was a wreck that slowed me down. But it was great. It was wonderful. Wonderful. And just as somebody that has followed the Chiefs their entire lives, and we've all...
You feel sorry for the Raiders?
No, I do not. No, I do not. Not even a little bit. Not even the tiniest bit.
Not even a little bit.
And this is me. This is me. Okay? And there are times I'm not a good guy. I'd have put the hammer on him even more. I'd have put 50 up. Okay? Because I think about their stupid victory lap and their bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about John Gruden dancing on the field after they knocked the Chiefs out of the playoffs. I think about a lot of these things, all the things my grandfather told me. No, I'll never feel sorry for the Raiders, and it fills my damaged heart with joy to see them so terrible. And the Chiefs put together, listen, that was 31-0. But the score was still not indicative of how badly they kicked the Raiders' ass all the way back to Las Vegas. 31-0.
To Oakland.
31-0.
Beat them back to Los Angeles.
Oakland saw the Oakland. We don't want them anymore. Saw that.
Yeah.
Keep them, Vegas. 31-0 does not properly represent how badly they beat the Raiders. Listen to this. And I was asking different players about this after the game and just trying to throw, and it's hard to get your hands on good stats quickly right after the game. I had my stat sheet. I'm trying, you know what I mean? Because we're in there waiting to get in line, a lengthy line to get in the locker room yesterday.
Line.
These numbers are like in a college football non-conference game.
Yeah.
Against a 1AA opponent.
Samford is coming in.
What do they call it now?
FCS.
I still say Division 1, Division 1AA.
Yeah,
I don't do your...
It's only been 20 years.
But I don't
1AA.
I'm not going, you can't force me to.
The Citadel is coming to Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Give me some numbers.
First downs, the Chiefs 30. The Raiders 3.
3. I think
30 first downs.
Were they all in the first half, too?
To 3. Listen to that. 30-3. Okay? Total yards. The Chiefs 434. The Raiders 95. That so-called professional football team had 3 first downs and 95 yards. The Chiefs had more than that on their first drive.
Yeah.
Due to penalties, I'm not kidding. They had more yards on their first drive and first downs than the Raiders had the entire game.
The craziest one for me is the Raiders ran 29 total plays.
And the Chiefs had 30 first downs.
30 first downs and 31 points. 29 plays. Chris Jones, I asked him after the game, I said, have you ever felt this fresh after playing a game? He's like, snap counts are insane in this game. If you played every snap, which nobody on defense played every snap, I don't think, because they took the defensive guys out as well, you only would have had to play 29 snaps.
And look, this wasn't a game where all the Raiders keep turning it over. They turned it over once. As soon as Kenny Pickett was inserted into the game, he fumbled. That was just pure domination.
Score a touchdown after that, did they? Is that when they kicked the field goal? They were just still being nice.
Pure domination. What a performance. Patrick Mahomes, 286 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rashee Rice catches 7 balls, only 42 yards, but 2 touchdowns. Listen, The other stat that I was asking different players about, because this is wild too. Think about this. After the first 3 drives, Mahomes already had 200 passing yards and 3 touchdown passes. Only one quarterback since the year 2000 has had at least 200 passing yards and 3 passing touchdowns on the first 3 drives of the game. Mahomes yesterday against the Raiders. Think about that. Think about how hard that is to do. In the first 3 drives, have 200 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes.
They got long fields and they scored. Wasn't a problem.
Just right down the field. And it was magnificent. And as the Chiefs posted on their social media account, everybody ate.
But it's so,
everybody ate.
It's so wild.
Everybody got to eat. Everybody ate.
The poor guys on defense didn't get to eat very much, but when they were in there, they ate.
That's enough.
Shamari Conner played the most snaps of anyone, 26 snaps.
It doesn't say everyone's. Insane. It doesn't say everyone's got to eat a lot.
Just a little bit. They just weren't out there.
Gotta eat.
Those guys have got to be so fresh right now.
And
they had
an
a
extra
noon
day.
game.
Yeah.
They all played 20-some snaps.
The fewest plays run for an offense in a game since 1978. Now, is it 30 or 29? I'm seeing 29 and I'm seeing 30.
Well,
what's the number?
If you
don't mislead the listener. What is it?
If I'm looking at the box score,
okay,
they threw 18 passes.
Yep.
And they had 11 runs.
Oh.
That's 29. So that's the ESPN box score.
Well, this doesn't change.
Well, they could have gotten a first down by a penalty.
I think they did.
So that would be 30.
I mean, that could be a play that happened.
Aaron Schatz.
Excuse you?
Posted fewest plays for an offense in a game since 1978.
Yeah, they had one first down by penalty.
NFL official stats is 30. 30 first downs.
In 1999.
30 first down. How many plays, though?
Oh.
That's the question here. They have 29 plays.
Can you guys get
plays.
on the same page, please? You're like the Raiders.
Total plays?
Yeah.
30 plays for Vegas.
There we go. 30 plays.
For the Chiefs.
30 plays, 30 first downs. 30 plays, 31 points.
Fewest plays in a game since 78. In 1999, somehow the Browns only ran 28 plays against Pittsburgh in Week 1. I have to go back and see that.
That game was probably 14-7.
And then yesterday, 30 for the Raiders. And then the other one was in 1980, the Saints in Week 5 against the St. Louis Cardinals ran 31. So that's the fewest plays run by a team in a game since 1978.
The official game book also says 11 carries and 18 passes. So maybe, I don't know how they officially count.
I want you guys to debate this throughout the entire show. And even if he tells you what the NFL official stats are, I want you to push back because you have your own numbers. And I like when you stand up for yourself.
I'm looking at the official game book.
Don't let them bully you.
I'm just curious how
I'm looking at NFL GSIS.
Yeah. How many carries does it show they have? And how many passes? That's where we'll find the error. How many passing attempts?
And oh, by the way,
Mahomes was 26 and
not
35.
Not him. I went on about the Raiders.
Oh.
You guys, again, like not on the same page at all.
18 attempts.
18 attempts passing, and how many rushing attempts?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's 29. So you tell me why they're saying 30.
Miscellaneous play on that fumble, probably.
Miscellaneous could be a miscellaneous play.
No, I bet on that fumble it wasn't a rush or a pass.
Could be
the fumble that Tillery recovered off Pickett. That's they call that a miscellaneous.
But they show Kenny Pickett with a rush for no yards, so I don't know. Wild.
Dallas hammered Washington, and Washington is the Chiefs' next opponent, and their quarterback, Jaden Daniels, left the game, and he's due to have an MRI on his hamstring today. And so I look, they get an extra day too of rest. I don't know, but they looked terrible against the Cowboys.
That defense doesn't look very good, does it?
And at the best, their quarterback will be hamstrung. Is that right?
That's correct.
Because
he hurt his hamstring.
He has to have an MRI on his hamstring today. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I would like to see.
I like to watch him play football because it doesn't matter if he plays; they're not going to beat the Chiefs.
Well, not with the defense he gave up 44 to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have a nice offense, but the Chiefs' offense right now, man,
they're rolling. This is what This is what we've been waiting for.
And they didn't even really have to stretch their legs because they only played kind of 2.5 quarters.
And look, this goes back to, what I said when they beat the Lions. If they don't turn the football over, if they play clean football, they'll beat everybody.
Yeah, they'll score, and the defense is good enough.
Right.
Concerns right now, though. I am concerned about Trey Smith's back locking up. Now, he didn't come back in the game because they didn't need him. I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
Do I read too much into what Andy says? Because Andy didn't seem to overly. Andy forgot to even talk about it. Oh, yeah, by the way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Is that.
I don't know.
But the language that he used resonated with me so much.
The locked up?
Because when he said Trey Smith's back locked up on him, and I said, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that. I get that.
You don't think you could play NFL with a locked up?
Because there's different things that happen. For anyone that has back problems out there, you know what it is. There's different ways you hurt it or aggravate it.
The lock is not good.
And when it locks up on you, that's god-awful.
But
that is terrible. I said, oh,
good
Trey
news
Smith.
is Mike Caliendo played well.
Well, the good news is that they have guys like Jalen Moore and Caliendo.
We don't know what's going on with Josh
experience.
Simmons still,
Yeah.
but Jalen Moore played very well again. But at the end of the game, I mean, they didn't have anyone out there who was right because they pulled guys out, and they did mention that Jawan Taylor had a shoulder. Now he just happened to come out when they were winning, and it's when they took Creed out. But I think they'll be okay. But they got a little bit thin looking there for a second, but. I like their offensive line. I like their backups. I think they're good. But if you're asking me what I'd rather have, I'd rather know what's going on with Josh Simmons and have him ready to play football, and I'd rather have Trey Smith not having a locked-up back. But Jalen Moore has been really good in the 2 weeks that he's played. Mahomes, scrambled around a little bit. He got sacked one time yesterday, right, I think. He hasn't taken a lot of hits. The Raiders aren't very good, obviously, but things look pretty good right now for this team. And it was going to be a beautiful, joyous AFC West day yesterday until the Giants ruined it. It was going to be a wonderful day where they all would have lost except the Chiefs.
Yeah, look, the Chiefs can only control what's ahead of them. And if they take care of business,
they'll be fine.
It's going to be all good. They're going to get a crack at everybody. They get a crack at the Bills. They get a couple of cracks at the Broncos. They'll get a rematch against the Chargers, and they don't look good.
No.
They'll get to see the Colts, and the Colts look tremendous.
Yeah, the Colts that's the surprise team of the league.
The Colts put a clown suit on the Chargers, and if I go back to the question that Stan Weber asked me on Friday or asked us on Friday, who would you rather play in the playoffs? If you had to ask me right now how things are, I'd take the Broncos. The Colts look like a complete team. Mm-hmm. They really do. That's a complete football team. Jonathan Taylor's having the type of season that's, it's MVP worthy. And it will take a lot for a running back to win the MVP in today's NFL climate because it's quarterback. And that defense looks like it's for real. And I do put stock in an elite offensive line. And the Colts have a very, very good. Like Pro Football Focus is all over the board, and I don't know what to believe or not, but at least they rank offensive lines, and they have the number one ranked offensive line in football. Right. They have a tremendous running game, and right now
turnovers yesterday. They give up Herbert. They have 400 yards, but they got to turn him over a couple times.
Yeah, but they were up. That's a game where they were up big early.
Yeah,
and then the Chargers. There's a lot of empty yards there. Still yards, but whatever. But Daniel Jones plays with a chip on his shoulder now and plays like, oh, he looks like a first-round draft pick. Oh, that's right, he was.
Mm-hmm.
But the Giants are incompetent. And so, I mean,
they showed that again yesterday.
Look, and that's a storyline around the league. Quarterbacks that were drafted highly by teams that were not prepared to develop them, and they move on and they perform well someplace else. So I sure as hell ain't going to ding Daniel Jones for whatever he did with the Giants. It's like you should never ding a quarterback for, well, he wasn't very good with the Browns. Right.
Browns, Giants, and Jets.
Who is?
They're in a little party together.
That's exactly right.
Ruining quarterbacks.
And so was it disappointing that the Broncos put up a miraculous comeback and the Giants had a horrific collapse? Yeah, but
it's fine.
The Chiefs don't need it. The Chiefs will have their opportunities to beat the teams ahead of them and get where they need to go. Nobody has run away with this thing. Even though the Chiefs right now would not be in the playoffs if the season ended today, they're a game out, 2 games out of being the 1 seed, and they just have to take care of business against these teams ahead of them.
Doesn't look to be much middle class in the AFC. There's some bad teams, So we'll see. It'll be a dogfight to get through for some of them.
I don't want to take what we saw for granted yesterday because there has to be some cooperation. One team has to play really well, and other team just has to lay down like dogs. And the Raiders are dogs.
They're so bad right now.
And they weren't. Look, they have injuries. So what? We're to the point of the season. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. The Chiefs had injuries. The Chiefs have dealt with players not being there. That's what the NFL is. Okay? Again, I've seen teams like the 49ers that have been absolutely ravaged by injury go out and win games.
Scrap and win games.
And go out and be competitive. The Raiders, that was an embarrassment to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Whatever is left of Al Davis was rolling around in his grave.
They've had a few of those since
we were
he's
looking
passed.
for Mark Davis yesterday, too. I wanted to see him so bad.
They were holding the elevator for ownership.
But
they
he never
came
showed
by.
up. I had my camera ready and everything. I was so excited because I wanted to see what his,
what his look was.
Well, I know what his look is. I wanted to see what the face,
the expression on his face.
I was ready for it to snap.
I think they had a really good offseason.
Yeah.
I heard Pete Carroll brought Geno in, gave him $30 million.
It seems like that's money well spent. So
drafted a running back, don't run him.
So what? What's the problem?
Did they pay Max Crosby this year?
And how about
no off season?
How about Brock Bowers? He hurt his knee. Let's force him to play for a week or two. Oh, he's not good. Let's now we'll sit him after we.
That's
ran his
personal
knee
for
to the
you.
ground.
That's personal for you. That's your fantasy team.
Well, not anymore. 15 minutes before noon, I made a trade with John Sheehan. Him in St. Louis, me in Kansas City, and I gave up on Brock Bowers.
Officially.
But right, because I was pissed off because I was going up against Matt Stafford. And, Jake, I'm looking on the big screen, and Matt Stafford's putting up huge points. And so I make a trade, right? And in the trade, because I needed someone to start flex, I traded Bowers. I traded Zay Flowers because I'm tired of his act. And I traded Tajay Spears.
You got to send a message to these guys.
And this is what I got in return. Sam Laporta, who now I have a
very nice
a working tight end that can walk and catch. I got C.J. Stroud because I needed a quarterback for when Mahomes is off in Week 10. And then I needed a flex. Devontae Smith.
No.
Oh, yeah. He of the 79-yard touchdown catch and run and over 180 yards, leading me to the most fantasy points I've ever had in a game.
Steven got new life yesterday when these moves started.
Dude, I had the Patriots defense scored. Then Judkins scored. Devontae Smith scores. Who else scored? All these people were. Chris Olave scored.
Chris Olave went crazy.
Like within 30 minutes. Score. Competitive pricks.
It's like someone
Chiefs
gave him a
Chiefs scored.
shot of adrenaline.
Chiefs score. Everything was happening.
Quickly, too.
Still
ordering
basking in the
pizza.
double overtime win over Auburn for Mizzou. Football, 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 football. Give me more football. Ah, I love football. Rub my face in football. Put barbecue sauce on football.
And get home early.
Football is good. I like football a lot. It's fun. Some weekends I hate it with all my heart. But this week,
you sent me a text.
I love it.
About 9:30 on Saturday night. Said you hate football.
Yeah, I did.
Are you ready for some
When Mizzou was down,
You hated it.
I did not like it. I did not want it.
And I told you to keep fighting.
Now it's
and now
back.
look how happy you are.
Back into this on WHB. What's up, Kansas City? Steven St. John here for WeatherTech Renovations, and they have done great work at my home. They're doing some work for Leabo too right now. They've done work for Nate because they are the best. And pretty soon we're going to have some more weather that could be interesting. And if you get hail or if you get heavy winds or heavy rains, and if you think that perhaps you might have some damage to your roof, you need to see my friends with WeatherTech Renovations. Brian Donegan and his team will be ready to come and inspect your roof and help you throughout the entire process because, like I said, they are the best in the business. 816-988-8957 or online at WTRenovations.com. WeatherTech Renovations. With their rapid response team, they'll stop the leaks before they become major problems, so don't wait. Protect your home with WeatherTech Renovations, where quality meets peace of mind. Call them today, 816-988-8957 or online at WTRenovations.com. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's listen to some locker room sound. Let's start with the defense because they pitched the shutout, kept the Raiders to 3 first downs and under 100 yards of offense. Let's start with Chiefs corner Trent McDuffie, who had a very nice Kansas City Monarchs hat on that I admired from afar and then up close. Here is Trent McDuffie after the game.
Man, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? I think everybody just came out here with an attitude, with the right mindset, and executed the game plan.
And what's it also feel like to have both sides of the ball going the way it's been going? And this might be a peak for the last few years.
Man, I love it. I ain't gonna lie, that offense over there rolling, and it's only making the defense more confident. You know what I mean? So, shout out to them boys getting things together. I know Rasheed coming back, brought a little extra little thing to that offense, 2 touchdowns, but yeah, man, it was a good game.
Under 100 yards total offense for them since you've been here. Do you think that's the most complete game this team has played?
I think so. I mean, I've never been a part of a game where, man, we even had a shutout. So I know I'm going to enjoy this one, definitely, and hopefully we can stack a few more of these up.
You talked about wanting to get a shutout, but it's been 14 years since this franchise has had one.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shout out Spags. I mean, he's really the one that came up with the game plan, and everybody else just executed. Like I said, the offense was rolling, defense was rolling, special teams was rolling, so I think this was a really good game for the whole team altogether.
How much is there an element of offensive scoring so the opposition gets one-dimensional and begins to pass?
I mean, I think it helps a lot. You know what I mean? When the offense is putting up points, it puts the other team at a – I mean, they got to really start throwing the ball around, which on the back end, that's what we want. You know what I mean? You start making plays on the ball. So as long as they score, and I know we happy.
How much juice did it give you guys to have Rasheed back on the field?
It was great. You know what I mean? Long time coming. I know he was ready. I know we was excited to see what they was about to do, and they went out and did exactly what they practiced.
It feels like the Chiefs are getting better every single week. What do you think that's a credit to?
I think it's just what this team's about since I've been here. No matter win or loss, everybody comes back together and gets ready to work. And over time, I mean, you just keep stacking days, keep working hard, things start to work out in your favor.
Was there a lot of talk about getting the shutout, especially once the backups came in, trying to encourage them to keep it going?
I mean, each week we come to play, we want to shut out. So once we got out in the fourth quarter, I mean, we had nothing but confidence for the second team to go in there. I mean, they was as ready to go as we were when we out there. So it was exciting to be on the sideline, watching them go out there and make some plays.
That was Trent McDuffie.
You know, it was interesting. We were not as fully engaged in the fourth quarter of the game as most weren't, just kind of waiting for it to get over. But I was looking through my binoculars down there, and one of the things they've talked about, and Coach talked about it, was the energy. There was still a lot of really good energy, like Trent was just talking about there, encouraging the second stringers on defense to come in. And, I mean, I saw Travis Kelce standing right on the sideline up, giving high fives to guys coming off the field on defense. It was just really good to see that. And you think it's simple just to do that all the time because they only play 17 games. But there are times when it can get a little dry out there. But they were really fired up the entire time, and that's good to see everybody working together like that. And that's when it can be really powerful to be a team, when you have, Hall of Fame tight ends encouraging second and third string linebackers after tackling guys in a 31-0 game coming off the field. It's good to see.
Let's hear from defensive lineman Mike Dana, who was also willing to talk after the Chiefs embarrassed the Raiders 31-0 at Arrowhead Stadium.
And Mike, he held them to under 100 total yards of offense. Shut them out. They had 3 first downs. I mean, is that one of the most dominant performances you've ever been a part of as far as
man, it was awesome, man. I think all 3 phases, did a wonderful job, fantastic job on, the things they needed to get done this game. But, from the coaches, players, to everybody in the building, we kind of knew what, this week was bringing, Raiders coming in town. And, it's a rivalry week at the end of the day. So, we want to have fun with it, but we also want to win.
The first shutout in a long time. How much does that mean? Comes against the Raiders, division rival?
It feels great, having a shutout from a defensive standpoint. Anytime you can leave the opponent with 0 and let offense get cooking, man, You know, it is very rare games. You know, you get to see that in the NFL. But any chance you get, it's an awesome feeling.
I know he's on the other side of the ball, but what kind of juice did it bring to the team to have Rasheed back on the field?
Oh, it was awesome, man. You can feel his energy all week, all through the building, all through the practice field, you know, carrying it out to Arrowhead and the stadium. You know, I'm excited to have him back, and, you know, everybody's excited to have him back, man. So it's awesome.
You feel like it's time to roll, everything's clicking, that was a complete game?
Yeah, you know, I feel like it's been that way, you know, the last couple weeks, and, you know, we're hitting our stride, kind of hitting right where we want to be, and we just got to continue to stack, continue to, you know, handle our business each week.
They handled that business.
Yeah, handle business.
They handled business. I just really felt like the Chiefs were going to win this game. Now, I didn't bet it. The number was really big, but I didn't think the Raiders were going to be that bad. I thought the Chiefs were going to. They look like a 30-point, close to 30-point team every week, right? Regardless of who they're playing, they
Chiefs
look like they can do that.
named their score yesterday.
But man, the Raiders. What a long season they're staring at this point now. Just getting worse. And they started out, I mean, they got a win, right? They beat the Patriots.
I mean, it'll help when they get Brock Bowers back, and then they miss Jacoby Myers. I mean, Brock Bowers should be the focal point of their offense. But Pete Carroll, if you tell me that he shouldn't be coaching anymore, I'd listen to it. Chip Kelly, they need a different offensive coordinator. Geno Smith, he's not the answer.
You got to have a quarterback, I guess, but I mean, and that's just the price for quarterbacks. You just go out there and
no, it's not. You don't have nobody forced them to give that money to Geno Smith.
They could have paid Sam Darnold, right?
They could have paid, you know, Daniel Jones.
That's bad evaluation. Okay, no,
Mac Jones.
Could you be could you be interested in Geno Smith? Sure. But then if you find out what the price tag is, like no, and so that's on them.
Well, they should listen. Pete Carroll's he won a Super Bowl, but I don't think he's the way to start a rebirth for your franchise.
They were looking for stability, and they were looking for a hunt for mediocrity.
Man, their coaching hires have been. The list of them
they can't even get to that.
Yeah.
And so they're and look, I don't feel bad. I don't know why you feel bad for the Raiders.
I don't feel bad. Don't. You know, I used to love the Raiders when I was a kid, but
that's gross. That is disgusting.
It's a disgusting.
By the way, College Game Day officially going to Nashville.
Are you going to Nashville for this game?
No.
Oh.
I was offered by a good friend a ticket, 50-yard line, second row, but I'm not going because then I have to, get there. And this is going to be the first weekend where I'm not slammed. And so I'm going to watch it and enjoy it. I'm going to watch College Game Day. I'm going to enjoy the event of it.
I think you should go to that game.
I think you should go to that game. How about that?
Maybe I will go.
What if I would have told you, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, College Game Day will be in Nashville to feature the top 15 matchup between Mizzou and Vanderbilt.
If you told me that 2 years ago.
And the winner will have a good shot at making the college football playoffs.
Wild.
Does that seem like an odd proclamation? Because it's true.
It's crazy.
I like it.
You're crazy.
I'm looking right now, Vandy favored by 2.5. All right.
All your money on Missouri.
Nobody believes in Mizzou.
Nobody. 2.5
Mizzou
points.
against the world.
They're telling you you're
That's
terrible.
Right. College football has long catered to Vanderbilt, and
Always.
It continues. We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB. Stephen St. John here for my friends at QC Kinetics. And we were just talking about this with some friends over the weekend. My wife went to QC Kinetics, and she was very happy that she did very happy with the results. And she encouraged a friend to go see QC Kinetics, because if you have been dealing with joint pain, if you have been dealing with pain in your elbows, your shoulders, maybe pain in your knee, pain in your back, then QC Kinetics could be the answer for you. People with chronic joint pain are learning that there are other options besides steroids, meds, and surgery. Patients fighting pain are getting lasting relief using advanced cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics and the regenerative medicine that can revitalize your joints using growth factors from your own body. And so you could call QC Kinetics today and get a free consultation. Exercise your freedom to look beyond the same old solutions. Call to get scheduled today, 816-412-6299. They have appointments available on Saturdays as well. 816-412-6299, located off 435 in State Line and also in Gladstone. 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics.
Yeah, I like that Sam Richardson guy. He's funny too.
Welcome back to the show. And how about this? How
about this?
Great night we have ahead of us in sports, because it's another Monday Night Football doubleheader 6 o'clock, Buccaneers at Lions. Lions favored by 6.5. And then 9 o'clock. Ooh, 9 o'clock. Will I see the end of that game?
No.
My answer is no. No. Texans at Seahawks, and the Seahawks 3.5-point favorites. And while that's going on, 7:08 first pitch, Game 7 of the ALCS between the Mariners and the Blue Jays.
Big Seattle night for them, huh?
We get a Game 7. Yeah.
They got Monday Night Football late, and then they've got Game 7. The Mariners, have never made the World Series. So this is
right, and the Blue Jays haven't since 93. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
I'll be rooting for the Mariners, but we'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see what happens. You want an interesting stat, perhaps, for gamblers out there like Jake? I got this from Sarah Lang's. Very, very good. First off, if you're looking for an edge as winner-take-all games, in postseason history, teams playing any winner-take-all game in their home park, 68 and 67.
That's crazy.
Including 30 and 29 in best-of-7 series. So pretty much split right down the middle. But here's the stat that caught my eye. And so seasons where you had one league championship finish in a sweep and the other league championship finish in 7 games. Okay? That's happened 4 times previously. 1988, 2006, 2007, 2012. And you have it this year because the Dodgers swept and this series is going to Game 7. Those other 4, every time, the team that went 7 games won the World Series.
Ooh. Interesting. Will you take that to the bank?
Look at his face. There's the little tidbit that I put in his pipe, and now he's going to smoke it. You like that, don't you?
I like it, but I don't think that's going to be the case.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you're looking, because you would think.
Did any of those teams have Shohei Ohtani on that
That's
team?
a trend.
By
the way,
the loser or the winner of this series will be a heavy underdog, but then you factor that in, maybe, Ohtani with one of the greatest single-game performances ever.
It has to be the greatest performance ever.
What?
10 strikeouts, 3 home runs?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
And people talk, there were all these stats about, only how many guys have done this in the postseason and this, and that he did it in one game. But the point is, nobody's ever just done that in any game.
And
it's insanity. And that second home run was such a bomb.
Went out the park. Next time somebody tries to argue with you about who the best player in baseball is, just okay, you're crazy. If it's anything other than Ohtani.
Right.
It's not feasible. It's not even.
You hear that, Garrick Dieter?
Yeah, it's like, okay, all right. Go talk to yourself in the mirror. That's it. It's you can't. It's nothing.
The crazy part about that second home run, the pitch clock is there now, so you can't really admire it. They had a hard time showing a full replay of it between pitches because it was in the air for so long. They had to, and it was like I couldn't quite see where it finally, as they went to break, I think they were able to show the thing going all the way out of the park over that little roof out there. Just absolutely unbelievable. Then I fell asleep. I didn't realize he hit the third one because it was Friday night and I was asleep.
This is me. I put likes on different things I want to talk about on the show on X. I've got all these stats about baseball and about football, and then there's a video that shows that cats have an aversion to aluminum foil.
I've seen that.
They touch the foil.
They put it up on the counters.
They fly away. They can't stand it.
There's also something about cucumbers and cats. I don't know if that's true.
I couldn't possibly know what you're talking
neither
about.
one of our cats can jump on the counter anymore, so there will be no worried about the foil.
By the way, I
slowly climb.
I hate to report this to you, but I will. The Broncos' 33 fourth-quarter points were the most points in the fourth quarter by any team that had been shut out in the first 3 quarters in NFL history.
It was an amazing comeback.
They had nothing. They had no points in the first 3 quarters, and they put up 33.
Nothing.
Look here, Giants.
Get a stop.
What are you doing? Do you see Brian Banks walking in the tunnel after the game screaming out loud about dropping 8 and how stupid it was.
Yeah.
That ought to go over well.
Poor kicker missed two extra points. That didn't help.
Well, not no poor kicker. poor fans, poor Giants players. That guy.
Sean Payton embarrassed himself, got a penalty, and gave them the ball. And right when the Giants scored, I said, it's too early. You can't score. They were arguing to get the touchdown for Jackson Dart. I said, you don't want to score right now.
Here's the other stat from that game. NFL teams had won 1,602 straight games when leading by 18 points or more in the final 6 minutes until last night.
It's wild. Broncos have had some wild games. They're entertaining.
We'll be back after this on WHB. What's up, Kansas City? Steven St. John here for DraftKings Sportsbook. That's right, DraftKings Sportsbook. And let me tell you something. It's not just football going on right now. You love the basketball? Yes, you do. That's right. As Pete Sweeney calls it, hoops. We all love it. And you can love it too. All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 810WHB. That's code 810WHB. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus, Kansas only. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. At a